Hey guys, it is Elizabeth House and Wit, House and History, and today I'm going to talk about something that might seem basic, but I feel like when I tell people about it, they're like, ah, and that is using PowerPoint to create everything. So I'm going to actually screen share and go very quickly. There's lots of YouTube videos that you could search and go more in depth, but I'm just going to give you a quick overview on how I use PowerPoint for any activities that I am creating for my students, any activity sheets, aka worksheets, that we are going to use in class. So hope they're going to help you, and here we go. So here is a note sheet that I have shared on my Instagram before, and it is dealing with the French and Indian War, and you can see that I am using PowerPoint. Why am I choosing to use PowerPoint? Because things are so much easier to move around and manipulate within PowerPoint than Microsoft Word and even Google Slides. I feel like Google Slides is not as user-friendly. So I really love using PowerPoint to create the items I need for my students, and then I can easily edit them if I need to. So you can see right here, I have something with a map. I have lines drawn. I have shapes. I obviously have some written words in different spots. I have a chart down there. And I keep going. And, on my next picture, I have a picture inside of it that I got off of Google right there. And so these are some notes that I did with students when we used them and put them in our notebook. When I had students print them, I always like to do 3 pages because when I print them on the Xerox as a booklet in our notebook, and so the back page is blank because it's glued in, and then I have my first page, my second page, and my third page. So I'm going to show you real quick how I use PowerPoint to manipulate things. Here we go. I'm going to open up a new PowerPoint document, I guess. And so the first thing that I'm going to need to do in my document is change my page setup. So I go to File and I go to Page Setup, and I'm going to do mine the size of a sheet of paper. And so let's say I'm going to do 8.5 by 11. There we go. Well, right away, I am not going to need these titles and subtitles, so I just click over here. I click on New, adding a new one, and I'm going to click blank, and I'm going to erase that first one, and I have a blank sheet. Now, I cannot, if I click on there, it adds a text box for me, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to actually, I like to click text box. I just like it. And let's say I'm going to start with a student's name. I typed in name, there's my nice little line right there. Perfect. And so I can highlight it and I can go change the fonts. I prefer Century Gothic. I don't know why. I just think it looks cleaner. So I'm going to click right there and I'm starting. We're good to go. Now, what if I need the class period? I'm Command Copy, Command V, because I want to keep my same font, and I just say, oh, there's my period, and then I can easily drag and drop and not worry. So I'm right there. I got my heading, no problems. I'm going to Command V again, and this time I'm going to make a title. So let me go into here, and let's say I'm doing Meet the Teacher. So that is me. Maybe I could do Student Info Sheet. Let's do that. Information sheet, whatever I want that to be. And I'm going to want this to be a little bit bigger, maybe pop out for the kids. Maybe I'm going to go in, let's bold it. Now I do like that I'm not good at eyeing things. When I hang stuff up on the wall, it's always crooked. So I can click here and I can go to a line and it's automatically going to center it. Or sometimes I like to drag it all the way out, just like this. I'm going to center that. And now, what if I want to, kind of fill that in? Maybe I'm going to fill it in with like a gray, just like a nice little gray right there, student information sheet going across the top. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with number 1. And let's say maybe I write student name right there. That's the first thing I want. Well, I'm going to want them to write that inside a box. So I'm going to go up to my shapes, click on the box right there, and I'm going to click right here and say, okay, they're going to write their name inside this box. I'm going to pull it up. Student box, I'm going to actually do it as a no fill so they can write inside of it. And I think my box needs a little bit of a thicker line. So over here to the right where it says line, I can go to my line width, make it a little bit thicker so it sticks out more. So there's 3 points right there. I know if you are just like me, I'm printing it in black and white. So therefore I click that to black button right there, and so it goes in there. Now here's what I like to be able to do is I am going to click on the student name so it comes up so that it is picked, and then I'm going to click shift and the box. So now both items are clicked, and I actually want to group them together so that they are together as one item. So if I move one thing, I can move the other. So to group them right up here, those little boxes, I click group, and now they're one item, which is great. So I'm going to actually take this one item, click on it, Command C, Command V, so I made a copy. Well, I don't need their name again, but what if I need their student name? What if I need school involvement? So what are they involved in? So that could go right there. Now imagine if I was covering content, I could write questions and things like that. And so I'm going to do Control V again, pull it down. And one of the things that I love to ask is like favorite music. So I can go through and do this as many times as I need to, and let's say I do it and I go, ooh, I need to save space. I can ungroup, so it is selected. I could go over to my arrange button and I can ungroup them right there, and now I can go ahead and move them separately if I need to, just like that. Now, one of the things that I always do, because we use our notebook, is it's bigger than my notebook page. What if I need it glued into my notebook? So if I'm not printing it as a booklet, what I do is I go ahead and I add a blank page, and I'll actually do this with my notes page so you can see what I'm gonna do. Is I have saved in a PowerPoint a page that is just a notebook size square. That's it. This is what it looks like right here. So here it is. I'm going to click on that square, Command C, just like that. And I'm going to go to my new page, and I'm going to Command V, and I'm going to drop it right there. So I need the item to fit within this square. I'm going to go back to my French and Indian War, and what I actually do is I can go to File and save it as a picture, or sometimes I cheat and I just go ahead and do a screenshot of it. So for me, that's Shift Command 4, and I pull down, and now I have made a screenshot of that item. I hurry up and I go back to my page if I can find it. No, it's not that one. Where's my other one? Oop, I missed it. Okay, I missed it. That's okay, because usually I can just drag it on there, but now I have to go up to Open Recent. I go up, oh no, I go to Insert, sorry, and I'm gonna insert the picture that I just had. So I'm gonna insert from File, and it's just a screenshot right there, and I'm gonna insert it right here, and I'm gonna pull it so that it fits within there, and I can change the position to push it backwards. I'm going to reorder that object so that it is behind my square, so I can figure out, does it need to be bigger, does it need to be smaller? It is perfect, and I can print it in the copier. I know we've used a lot of PowerPoint, but a lot of people don't know to use it to create everything. I don't use Word at all because it is so easy to move and manipulate items within PowerPoint. I hope it helps you for the year. Have a wonderful school year. Bye.